Tesla has been the #1 selling EV brand for many years now, but that could change this year. Why is Tesla losing sales in Europe and America? And why is it losing its #1 spot in the electric car market? Are other EV manufacturers finally catching up with the market demand? Which countries are buying the most EVs? Let's delve into today's video to find out. For the first time in a while, Tesla's sales have dropped. In the United States, Tesla has lost its position as the best-selling EV manufacturer. Tesla sold approximately 267,000 electric cars in the U.S. in the first half of 2023. That's less than what they sold last year. On the contrary, EV sales in America increased by 44% from 2022 to 2023, which shows that people are switching to electric vehicles. But Tesla isn't at the top anymore. So, what happened? What is the reason for this sales slump? One of the reasons for declining Tesla sales is that Elon Musk's company was the first to enter the market with a fully electric vehicle back in 2008. Since then, Tesla has always dominated the EV industry, but things have changed recently because now many new companies have entered the field, including Ford, General Motors, Volkswagen, Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, and many more. Some of these companies have been around for over a century. They had plenty of time to set up their production facilities and supply chains, and now they've released some pretty cool electric vehicles that are giving Tesla a run for its money. Another reason for Tesla's falling sales figures is that the company's vehicles have become too expensive over time. When the original Roadster came out in 2008, many countries have begun phasing out the internal combustion engine in order to reduce pollution and fight the climate crisis. But, as we've seen from China and Europe, this transition doesn't happen overnight. Electric vehicles are becoming more popular, but governments and automakers still need to work hard to make them affordable for everyone. That's why Tesla has seen a drop in sales over the past year. They simply don't have enough cheap options available. But wait! We said that Tesla's sales were dropping, yet you're telling us that EV sales are growing. How can both of these things be true? Well, here's the thing. Tesla used to dominate EV sales, but now other brands are catching up. Take Ford, for example. In 2022, Ford sold 61,575 electric cars. That's impressive considering they only started selling the Mustang Mach-E in late 2020 and the F-150. Lightning was introduced in April 2022. Ford's electric pickup truck has already racked up 200,000 reservations, which bodes well for their future sales figures. Another automaker making waves is Hyundai. Last year, they sold 42,455 EVs, making them the third best-selling EV brand after Tesla and Ford. Meanwhile, Kia saw an increase of over 100% in EV sales from 2021 to 2022, selling nearly 40,000 EVs in total. Volkswagen was also up there, selling almost 37,000 electric vehicles in the U.S. last year. These numbers show that other EV makers are closing in on Tesla, and it's likely only a matter of time before one of them overtakes Tesla as the #1 selling EV brand. So why did Tesla lose its #1 spot? There are several factors at play here. First of all, Tesla was the first mover in the EV space, and they enjoyed a significant advantage over their competitors for many years. But now that other automakers have caught up in terms of technology and manufacturing, Tesla's lead is slipping away. Additionally, Tesla's vehicles have become more expensive over time, which has made them less appealing to budget-conscious buyers. While Tesla still dominates the luxury EV market, they aren't as competitive in the mass market. Finally, the EV industry is becoming increasingly crowded with new entrants. As more companies join the fray, Tesla will face greater competition for customers. But not all regions are seeing a decline in Tesla sales. In fact, there are some places where Tesla's popularity is growing. For example, in Norway, Tesla has been the best-selling car brand for 4 consecutive years now. In 2022, Tesla sold 38,000 cars in Norway, representing a market share of 16.3%. What's driving this popularity? One factor is that Norwegians are big fans of electric vehicles. The country has ambitious targets for reducing emissions, and many Norwegians are doing their part by switching to an EV. Additionally, the government offers generous subsidies for EV purchases, making them more affordable for consumers. Finally, Tesla has a strong presence in Norway with over 50 superchargers and 12 service centers. This makes it convenient for owners to charge their cars and get service, which contributes to Tesla's overall appeal in the country. In addition to Norway, Tesla is also seeing strong demand in China. In 2022, the company sold 46,900 cars in China, a growth of over 100% from 2021. This surge in popularity can be attributed to several factors. First, China is a massive market for electric vehicles with supportive policies and a growing number of charging stations. Second, Tesla has a factory in Shanghai, which makes it easier for them to serve the Chinese market. Third, Tesla's vehicles are perceived as being high quality and advanced, which appeals to Chinese consumers. Finally, Tesla has a strong social media presence in China, which has helped to build brand awareness and generate excitement for their products. As we can see, Tesla still has a lot of fans worldwide. However, the company needs to do more to keep its position as the #1 selling EV brand. Tesla will have to continue innovating and introducing new products to stay ahead of the competition. Moreover, Tesla will need to find ways to make their vehicles more affordable for budget-conscious buyers. Only then can Tesla regain its lost glory and become the best-selling EV brand once again. Now you need to watch how much has Elon Musk's wealth decreased in 2023. Or take a look at what's next for Elon Musk after defeating Zuck in MMA.